In the heart of Silicon Valley, where innovation is king and the future is forged, 2015 was a year that changed everything in the world of artificial intelligence. Google dropped a bombshell when it snatched up DeepMind, a London-based AI prodigy, for a jaw-dropping $500 million. But this was no ordinary deal. It was a bold declaration of Google's growing dominance in the AI game. And when DeepMind's AlphaGo program wiped the floor with the world champion in Go, a game so complex it makes chess look like tic-tac-toe, it was clear that Google had amassed an AI arsenal that put everyone else to shame. But while Google was busy flexing its AI muscles, not everyone was thrilled. Some worried that the tech giant's growing power could lead to a monopoly on AI, crushing innovation and putting the technology in the hands of a select few. That's when Sam Altman and Elon Musk decided to take a stand. These two Silicon Valley hotshots weren't just worried about the potential dangers of AI, they were worried about Google having a stranglehold on the entire artificial intelligence industry. So in a move straight out of a tech thriller, they founded OpenAI, a nonprofit designed to make sure AI benefits everyone, not just the big shots at Google. OpenAI was more than just another player in the AI game. It was a bold experiment in democratizing AI development, making sure its benefits were spread far and wide. Musk and Altman gathered a team of bright, idealistic minds who were determined to steer AI towards a future where human well-being and safety came first. In other words, OpenAI wasn't just playing by the rules, it was trying to rewrite them. It was a David taking on the Goliaths of the tech world, fighting to break Google's monopoly on AI and make sure the technology remained a force for good, not just another tool for the powerful to wield. And in the high-stakes world of Silicon Valley, that made OpenAI a player to watch. Picture this, a group of tech visionaries gathered around a table at the swanky Rosewood Hotel, their minds buzzing with ideas that could change the world. It was December 2015, and the dream team behind OpenAI was about to be born. At the head of the table sat Sam Altman, Elon Musk, Ilya Sutskever, and Greg Brockman, the masterminds behind a bold new venture that would reshape the landscape of artificial intelligence. As they dug into their dinner, the conversation flowed like wine, each idea more intoxicating than the last. They knew they were on the brink of something big, something that could push the boundaries of what was possible with AI and do it all for the greater good. But to make their vision a reality, they needed more than just a clever name and a fancy hotel dinner. They needed a team of the brightest minds in the business. Enter the dream team. Trevor Blackwell, the robotics wizard who could make hardware and software dance together. Vicky Chung, the scaling expert who could make even the most complex systems run like clockwork. Andrej Karpathy, the deep learning genius with insights that would blow your mind. And Dederic P. Kingma, the mastermind behind the game-changing atom optimization algorithm. But it wasn't just about technical chops. OpenAI needed people who could create a culture of innovation and collaboration. That's where Jessica Livingston came in, bringing her magic touch for nurturing startups. John Schulman and Wojciech Zaremba brought their groundbreaking ideas in reinforcement learning and neural networks, while Pamela Vagata's engineering and research skills helped lay the foundation for OpenAI's most ambitious projects. As the dinner wore on and the ideas kept flowing, it became clear that this was no ordinary team. They were united by a shared vision of a future where AI could serve humanity safely and ethically. And with OpenAI's unique nonprofit structure and commitment to open collaboration, they were ready to make that future a reality. The stage was set for a new era in AI development, one where the pursuit of knowledge and the well-being of humanity were one and the same. And it all started with a dinner at the Rosewood Hotel, where a group of visionaries dared to dream big and change the world. In the early days of OpenAI, things were looking up. The team was making big strides with projects like Dota and the Transformer breakthroughs. Everyone was buzzing with excitement, working together in close quarters at Greg Brockman's apartment and a shared office space with Elon Musk's startup Neuralink. Elon, along with other Silicon Valley bigwigs like Peter Thiel and Reid Hoffman, had pledged a cool $1 billion to the project. Elon was even footing the bill for OpenAI's rent. It seemed like smooth sailing ahead, but by early 2018, storm clouds were gathering. Elon fired off an email acknowledging the massive costs of AI research. OpenAI needed to raise a ton of cash just to keep up with the computing power needed to push the mission forward. Elon had already thrown a lot of money and resources into the project, but there was some confusion about just how much. At times, he claimed he donated $100 million, but later walked that back to $50 million. When all was said and done, the accounting showed that Elon put in about $44 million through a mix of donations from his foundation, direct gifts, and even Tesla vehicles for OpenAI employees. But Elon was getting restless. He told Sam Altman that OpenAI was falling behind the likes of Google. In 2017, he started putting the pressure on, even threatening to walk away if there weren't more major breakthroughs. Things got extra tense when Andrej Karpathy, a top mind at OpenAI, got scooped up by Tesla to lead their self-driving ambitions. Elon was pouring money into OpenAI, but not seeing the returns he wanted. There were talks about switching to a for-profit model, but Elon shut that down. By early 2018, Elon had a bold idea. He wanted to take the reins as CEO and gain more control, but the rest of the team wasn't having it. A big fight broke out, and eventually, Elon threw in the towel. He resigned from the board and allegedly backed out of a huge planned donation. Sam Altman stepped up, taking on the title of president and effectively becoming the loudest voice in the room. Elon claimed he left to avoid a conflict of interest with Tesla's own AI ambitions, but tensions were still running high. In an all-hands meeting after Elon's departure, things came to a head. Musk announced he'd be pursuing AI research at Tesla, but a young researcher pushed back, questioning whether it wouldn't be better to focus on OpenAI and the safety concerns around competing AI players. Elon snapped, calling the researcher a jackass before storming out. It was the last time many at OpenAI would see him. But in a cheeky move, an OpenAI exec later presented the researcher with a jackass trophy on a pillow. "You've got to have a little fun," Altman quipped. "This is the stuff that culture gets made out of." Despite all the drama, Elon kept paying OpenAI's rent. But the fallout from the power struggle would shape not just OpenAI, but the entire AI industry that's changing the world. In the early days of OpenAI, the team was buzzing with excitement, working tirelessly to push the boundaries of what was possible with artificial intelligence. They weren't just chasing the next big breakthrough. They were on a mission to create AI that could benefit all of humanity. But the road to success was anything but smooth. At first, the team focused mainly on publishing academic papers, which left some folks feeling frustrated. They wanted to see their ideas come to life, not just gather dust on a shelf. That's when Greg Brockman stepped up to the plate. With his tireless work ethic and self-taught smarts, he became the glue that held everything together. The team practically lived at his apartment, working round the clock to crack the code on artificial general intelligence, or AGI, the holy grail of AI that could think and learn just like humans. One of their most ambitious projects was OpenAI 5, where they set out to create an AI system that could master the insanely complex game of Dota 2. For those who don't know, Dota 2 is like chess on steroids. It's a 5 versus 5 battle arena game where players have to work together to take down the enemy team's base. There are hundreds of different characters, each with their own unique abilities, and the game is constantly changing as players level up and buy new items. Teaching an AI to play Dota 2 at a high level was like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. It seemed impossible, but the OpenAI team was determined to make it happen. They used a type of AI called reinforcement learning, which basically means the AI learned by playing the game over and over again, trying different strategies and getting rewarded for the ones that worked. It took months of training, but eventually in early 2018, the OpenAI 5 system was able to beat some of the best human players in the world. It was a stunning achievement that showed just how far AI had come and how much potential it had to tackle complex problems in the real world. But the team didn't stop there. Later in 2018, they had their eureka moment with the publication of a paper on something called generative pre-training, which sounds like a fancy way of saying teaching computers to talk like humans. This was the birth of the Transformer, a game-changing piece of technology that would pave the way for ChatGPT and other AI language models. Here's the thing about transformers. They're like the Swiss Army knife of AI. Instead of training a separate model for each task, like sentiment analysis or language translation, transformers can handle it all with just one model. It's like having a single tool that can do the job of a whole toolbox. The key to transformers is something called attention. In this case, attention means allowing the model to focus on the most important parts of the input data. Kind of like how you might skim a book and pay extra attention to the juicy bits. By using attention and some other clever tricks, transformers can understand the context and meaning behind the words we use. They can generate human-like responses, translate between languages, and even write creative fiction. And because they're so versatile, transformers have become the go-to tool for natural language processing in AI. So while the early days of OpenAI were filled with challenges and uncertainty, the team's hard work and dedication paid off in a big way. From mastering complex games like Dota 2 to developing revolutionary language models like transformers, OpenAI has consistently pushed the boundaries of what's possible with artificial intelligence. And they were just getting started. As the dust settled from Elon Musk's tumultuous departure, OpenAI found itself at a crossroads. The loss of Musk's financial backing left a gaping hole, forcing the organization to seek new avenues for funding without compromising its core mission. It was in this crucible of necessity that a bold idea was forged, a revolutionary new structure that would redefine OpenAI's path forward. In 2019, OpenAI made a daring leap, morphing from a traditional nonprofit into a trailblazing capped profit model. This innovative approach sought to marry the best of both worlds, attracting significant capital while steadfastly adhering to the organization's altruistic goals. It was a high-wire act, balancing the seemingly incompatible realms of profit and purpose. Under this novel framework, a for-profit entity was born under the watchful eye of its nonprofit parent, OpenAI Inc. This strategic pivot allowed the nonprofit to steer the ship, ensuring the mission remained the North Star. Investors were enticed with a capped upside of 100 times their investment, a compromise designed to fuel ambition while keeping unbridled profit motives in check. As word of this groundbreaking model spread, it caught the attention of a tech titan, Microsoft. In a serendipitous encounter at the 2018 Allen and Kumbar conference in Sun Valley, Idaho, Sam Altman bumped into Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella on a stairwell. Altman seized the moment, pitching Nadella on the vision of OpenAI. Nadella was intrigued, and the conversation quickly gathered steam. I remember coming back to the team after, and I was like, "This is the only partner," Altman later recalled. They get the safety stuff, they get artificial general intelligence, they have the capital, they have the ability to run the compute. This fateful meeting led to a landmark $1 billion investment from Microsoft. Half in cash, half in Azure credits to fuel the massive computing power OpenAI's work demanded. The partnership not only injected much-needed capital, but also forged a critical strategic alliance. However, it also introduced new layers of complexity to OpenAI's organizational structure and incentives. At the heart of this new model was OpenAI LP, the for-profit arm, meticulously crafted to align incentives among its stakeholders. This entity was nestled within a broader ecosystem, encompassing investors, employees, and the nonprofit OpenAI Inc. as the sole controlling entity. The innovative structure empowered OpenAI LP to operate with the agility of a for-profit, guided by the vision and ethical framework of its nonprofit parent. This delicate balance was key to ensuring that all those contributing to OpenAI's mission, whether through capital or intellect, were motivated by a potent blend of altruistic goals and potential financial reward, without straying from the path of creating universally beneficial AGI. As OpenAI charted this new course, Altman was keenly aware of the need to maintain trust and transparency within the organization. He openly shared the details of the Microsoft contract as it was being negotiated, hosting all-hands meetings and office hours to address any concerns that the partnership might contradict OpenAI's initial pledge to develop AI outside the corporate world. OpenAI's bold restructuring stands as a testament to the power of innovative thinking in the face of adversity. By embracing a capped profit model and forging strategic partnerships, The organization has positioned itself at the vanguard of the AI revolution, poised to push the boundaries of what's possible while remaining true to its founding vision. As the OpenAI saga continues to unfold, it serves as a compelling case study in navigating the complex landscape of AI development. With each new chapter, OpenAI offers valuable lessons on the delicate art of balancing ambition and ethics, profit and purpose, in the quest to unlock the transformative potential of artificial intelligence for the benefit of all humanity.